I welcome you all to today's class by Advanced English Language Academy. This is Yasin, your English language instructor. Today we're going to be talking about elision versus contraction. So this is basically the answer of a question that has been asked by one of our viewers. There was a comment on our video that what's the difference between elision and contraction. So it's actually the answer of a question, and that viewer of mine or that viewer of ours will get the answer. So those students who are watching, or those viewers who are watching the video for the first time, so they should go back to our videos and find out all the information about elision. And we have also discussed phonology, assimilation and intrusion, so you should go back to our videos and find out elision, so you won't have any problem. And those viewers who have been watching our videos regularly, they don't need to go back because they have already understood what elision is. So today's video is going to be of great help for all of the viewers. So elision is basically a tool that is used to maintain the flow in a speech. For example, I'm speaking to you and you are speaking to me, or for example, I'm teaching and I'm teaching to advanced level students, so I want to maintain the flow in a speech. Or if you watch movies, so if you watch English movies or you watch English news, so there is a flow and there is speech. So to maintain the flow, elision is practiced a lot. Some of the parts of the words, even in sentences, some of the letters, some of the sounds are dropped, and that is called elision. So there is a difference between contraction and elision. Contraction is a very easy thing. You can form contraction just by using apostrophe. For example, I am, so you just use apostrophe with I and am, and he is, so he's. So let's compare elision and contraction. So first of all, we'll talk about elision. Elision can only be in spoken English. Okay, elision only belongs to spoken English. You can practice elision in written English if you write elided forms in your papers or in later in written English, in any written document. If you write elided forms, so that writing or that note or that document will be considered wrong. Okay, so you don't have to practice elided forms or elision in your papers in written English. For example, if you are appearing in a paper and you're using elided forms, so elided forms are considered inaccurate in written English, so you don't have to practice elision in written English. For example, you'll have to write the whole form. I want to, its elision is I wanna, but you can't write I wanna. You'll have to write the whole form, I want to. Yeah, in speaking you can say that. For example, we're speaking to each other, so I can say I wanna go. I'm tired, I wanna go. I'm hungry, I wanna eat. In spoken English you can practice elision, but in written English, if you practice elision, so that is inaccurate, that is wrong. Okay, elision not in written English, as I told you. Elision can be practiced in written English. Elision can be practiced in formal English. For example, the President of the United States is delivering a speech, so he'll have to, I'm sorry, I'm not suggesting, but he uses the whole forms because there is a problem. For example, I'm teaching, so I know that my viewers are learning English, so I can't speak very fast English. I can't practice elision a lot. I'll have to pause, I'll have to slow down, I'll have to use the whole form because my viewers are just learning English. Okay, so for example, you're delivering a speech to a crowd and there is a formal speech and maybe in the assembly, so you have to understand, you have to make everyone understand. Okay, so for example, your viewers are not very good speakers of English and they are not native English. All of your listeners are not very good at English, so you'll have to use the whole form. Now in America I have heard even very formal people using elided form, but as I told you that it's mutual understanding. The person who uses elision, he also understands English, and the person who listens to him, so he also understands English. So there is a mutual understanding. But for example, if you are delivering a formal speech in school, if you are not delivering, or maybe your just speeches are just read nowadays, but let's suppose you are delivering a speech in your school, in your college, there is a speech competition, so you can't use elided forms, okay? You'll have to use the whole form, because in formal English, elision is not liked. Elision is not practiced in formal English. Elision is only when, for example, we are both native speakers and we understand each other, we understand our, for example, there is a mutual understanding. As I told you, I want to go, I want to play, I want to eat. So the person who is listening to me, he also understands what I mean. So elision can only be practiced there. But as I told you, when you are addressing, or when you are delivering a speech to a group of people, so in that group of people, some of the people will be good speakers, some of the people will understand, some of the people won't understand. So you'll have to use the whole form in formal speech. So in contraction is very clear. You can use contraction in spoken English, no problem. If you just use I will go instead of I will, you say I'll go. You can even write I will go, so you just simply say I'll go. Okay? For example, I have completed my master's, so instead of I have completed my master's, you can write I've completed my master's. That's not a problem. So contraction can be practiced in written English. It's no problem. Even in formal speech also, contraction can be practiced. For example, you're delivering a speech, so you can say, I'll become a doctor, I'll serve my people, I'll do that, or he's coming, he's not coming, or he isn't coming. So you can practice contraction. You can practice contraction in spoken English, written English, and formal English. So that's what we had here today. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you liked our video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to receive more videos from Advanced English Language Academy. Thanks a lot.